bench obviously is the most important exercise for a guy. So most guys won't realise the bench press is actually relatively complicated. It's not as simple as just lie on the bench and rep it out. There's a bit more to it if you want to bench properly, safely, and be able to bench a lot of weight and get a big kind of jacked looking upper body. So so what I'm going to do basically is I'm going to break the bench press technique down into two parts. I'm going to break it down into the setup first, and then actually doing the lift second. So this video is going to be just on the setup for the bench so that we can kind of break it down. Okay, so let's have a wee look at it.
So the first thing you're going to notice about my bench setup is it's fucking mental compared to what you see in most gyms. So the first thing I'm trying to do here is get my hips up as high as possible, and the reason I'm doing that is so that I can get my shoulders in the right position, and that position is to get my shoulders underneath me, to get my shoulders back and down. Okay, and getting my hips up as high as possible makes it much easier to do that compared to lying flat on the bench. Okay, so like I say, shoulders should be back and down. That's your correct shoulder position. If I lie flat, look at my body there. If I lie flat, the shoulders just don't go there. Hips go up. It's easy to get the shoulders back and down. If my hips are flat, my body's flat, I can't get my shoulders there. Hips forward, hips high, shoulders go back and down, and that's the correct position to have your shoulders on a bench. That's what your arms and your shoulders should look like when you're benching. Now, the reason we want to get the shoulders in that position and keep them fixed there, fixing back and out, is it switches on your lats. Your lats, the big back muscles just below your shoulders, their job is to stabilise your shoulders, keep them fixed in place. And that will let you keep your shoulders safe, and B, push more weight if your shoulders are stable. Your shoulders should not fucking move when you're on the bench. So your lats should feel really, really stiff and tight if you get your shoulders into that correct position. Tight lats, stable shoulders, more power on the bench. Okay, so hips are high, shoulders back and down. And next thing you're going to notice is where I'm putting my feet. My feet are actually back behind my knees. And the purpose of that is it creates a bit of an arch. It makes my whole body tighter, and it makes it easier to keep that shoulder position because I'm more arched. If I put my feet forward, I'd be flatter, and my shoulders would probably come out of position there. So the hips are high, shoulders back and down. And then you'll notice when I start the reps here, because my setup's so tight, nothing is really moving in my body except for the elbows and the bar, and that's what you want. If you're moving around anywhere, your shoulders, your hips, you're losing tension, you're losing force and power. Whereas if you are still and tense and tight, you're going to be able to push more weight. So just a wee reminder of the key points: get your hips up and have a slight arch in your back. Shoulders back and down, so we get that lat tightness. The shoulders are nice and stable. There's no movement in the shoulders at all, and then your feet are back behind knees, so we maintain an arch, and we can keep the shoulder position as well. Now, it's worth making a wee side note: you don't have to bench like this. You might feel like a bit of a dick in the gym doing this, and you can build a good bench without doing this setup. But I just know from experience it works well. If you've got a dodgy back, you might not want to be as arched. You might want to be a bit flatter and have your feet forward because you might strain your back. But at least, hopefully, you can take away a couple of these points to improve your own bench. Any questions? Just fire in the wee box below.